Please.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Swati. Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Swati, a quick introduction.
Sir, my name is Swati Phogat. I belong to Charkhi Dadri, Haryana. I have done my schooling from MNSS Rai, Sonipat. Post that, I did my graduation from University of Delhi. And sir, I take keen interest in watching and reflecting on short films.
Right. What exactly does Swati stand for?
Sir, Swati is another name of goddess Saraswati, sir.
Right. And your surname also is very familiar. Can you say why it came into the spotlight?
Sir, it came into the spotlight owing to the prestige the wrestler, the Phogat sisters, they brought to the country, sir.
Do you think that Vinesh Phogat was unfairly disallowed to contest the gold medal bout?
So what I believe is that rules are rules, and she wasn't qualifying the particular gauge, the weight category, so the 50 kg weight category.
But there's another saying that rules are for fools. No, but I would go with your assessment. Now tell me, Charkhi Dadri, that
Yes.
rings a bell again. That why is it important? Why was it in the news so many years back?
Sir, it was in news years back because of an air collision, sir.
So what was the USP of that air collision? Why did it create a world record?
Sir, it created a world record because the casualties were very high, and it brought a change in the aviation industry, especially with respect to making English was made a major language compulsorily. And sir, in Indian aviation industry also, sir, the installation was made compulsory of in air collision, anti-air collision system.
So there were the highest number of casualties in a mid-air collision between two aircraft.
Yes, sir.
So this was the reason why it created a world record. Mid-air collision between two aircraft, right? Have you, if suppose you were made the DOPT minister, what kind of civil service reforms would you undertake?
Sir, if I am made the DOPT minister, the reforms can be in different sectors. Sir, firstly, it could be, sir, the training of the civil servants, sir, and inculcating the values of public services majorly. And so secondly will be, sir, the more accountability and some grievance redressal mechanism of them, so that the reach of the people, if there is any query, that could be simplified, sir. So, and thirdly will be, sir, capacity building in field of technology, sir, so that they can be more tech savvy.
But don't you believe that the main problem of civil servants is frequent transfers?
So that can be one of the problems.
So what would be the remedy for that?
Sir, one of the remedies that I am able to think of right now is that some pre-planned information to be there for the civil servants, so that they can plan and execute the policies when they have this thing in mind, that they have this and this time span at this place. So they'll be able to focus more on the policies and in the major time span to fulfill the promises.
Thank you.
So, Swati.
Yes, sir.
Swati will tell me that few laws which are in favor of women.
Yes, sir. The first and foremost I'm able to think is, sir, the reservation in the PRIs, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So nextly, the one which is to be implemented, the same, the reservation in the parliament, sir,
Parliament.
in future.
So,
nextly is prevention of POS, Post Sexual Harassment Act. That's also in
very
favor
good.
of.
Let's go to the details of that act. What you said? PO?
Prevention of sexual at workplace, sexual harassment
Okay.
at workplace.
So, what is the history of that act? This one came out around 2013 or something? Which year it came out?
Sir, the year I'm not sure of. Sir.
Okay. Which case resulted into this act?
Sir,
There's a famous case
yes,
which resulted into this act.
sir, Is it? I would like to take a guess, sir. I'm
No, it's
little
okay.
unsure.
Don't. Let's talk of 73rd Amendment.
Yes, sir.
So, what does it say for women?
Sir, it says for women about the reservation to be made for them in the Panchayati Raj.
How much reservation?
Sir, the minimum is 33%, but other states they've expanded it to 50% also.
They've already done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, minimum is 33%.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think it was fair that it should have been 50% right from the beginning?
Sir, keeping in mind the suitability of 33% and leaving it to states, because it varies from state to state, and now that 2 or 3 of them there have been successes. with
What
respect to-
varies from state to state? Is it female to male ratio varies or something else varies? Why
Sir-
33% and why 50%?
Yes, sir. Sir, how I see it, that sir, the states which have major issues with respect to, sir, we can say on the basis of demographic parameters of that state. For example, sir, if sex ratio is less, and they can go especially for the 50%.
Can't be less than 800? Is it not? Somewhere it is 816 or something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyway, so we have another proposition.
Yes.
Why not have reservation in civil services exam for the ladies? What prevents government to do that as a affirmative action?
Yes, sir. So, on the basis of the evaluation of last 5 or 10 years, on the basis of that data, if the reservation or the participation of women candidates in the civil services, if it's to a decline or to if it's increased, then it can be at the back end, and if it's on decline, that it can be given a thought.
Maybe it is realized that there is no handicap for women in appearing for civil service examination.
So, but on the basis of an analysis of the data and the applicability of women candidates, it can be given a thought.
Do you think it should be done? Can be done is different. Do you think it should be done?
So, for now, how I see it, that women are actually rising, and I see my...
Are there any cons for it?
Cons, I do not see right now.
Thank you, Swati. Yeah.
So, Swati, hello. Your interests mention short films.
Yes, ma'am.
So, tell me what is, is there a short film entry into the Oscars which has been nominated from India?
Yes, ma'am. The Elephant Whisperers
That was last year, it won an award. This year, now the forthcoming Oscars.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there an entry from India?
Ma'am, there is this film, All That We Call Life by Payal
That's not a
Kapani.
short film, madam.
Sorry, ma'am.
So there is a film called Anuja, which is produced by Priyanka Chopra and Gunit Mungia. That is nominated in the short film category.
Yes, ma'am, I'm able to recall.
Yes, you are able to
Yes,
recall now.
yes, ma'am.
So last year, which were the films which won the Oscar?
Last year, The Elephant Whisperers, I'm able
And there was one more. There were slightly different categories, but both short film categories. It was called Period End of Sentence. It was on sanitation and the periods, which
Apologies, ma'am, I'm not
yeah,
aware.
and you don't have to apologize. Okay, have you heard of a port called Chabahar?
Yes, ma'am.
And where is it?
Iran.
Yeah. So, what is the significance of this? Why is India investing so much in this Chabahar port?
Ma'am, Chabahar, access to Chabahar port allows us to bypass the route of via Pakistan and accessibility to Mediterranean Sea route.
Not only Mediterranean, but to some other countries in the region.
Ma'am, Middle East and all the Suez Canal access also, that's also.
No, it basically allows you access to Afghanistan and through Afghanistan into Central Asia.
Yes,
So that is the major significance, because our economic engagement with Central Asia is very low because of our connectivity issues.
Yes.
So if you've been following a little bit of international news, tell me what stands out in the past month.
And the one thing that comes to my mind is the
This month.
President Trump.
Okay. Okay.
Nextly, what comes to my mind is, ma'am, the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. Ma'am.
What are the changes in these flashpoints like Ukraine and Hamas versus Israel and the general Middle East expected with taking over by Trump?
Ma'am,
Do you foresee any changes from the past?
yes, ma'am. The way I see it is that with his upcoming, ma'am, the ceasefire agreement could reach, and it has been anticipated that a permanent solution can be there, as he's in favor of the negation of the war and settling.
So is President Trump perceived as pro-Israel or pro-Palestine?
Ma'am, he's perceived as pro-Israel.
Israel. So how do you see that it will be a solution when president of a big country which can call the shots is perceived as pro-Israel? Do you see that there will be some kind of a...
Ma'am, how I see is that the end of the war, that is one of the major positives, that all these losses of lives and that's
So are you aware there is a grouping of countries called GCC?
Gulf Council, not able to recall the...
Okay, so these there are 6 countries which comprise of, can you name them? GCC, very common Gulf countries.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to take a guess if you allow.
Okay.
I'm little unsure about one or two. Ma'am, Saudi Arabia, ma'am, Qatar, Iran.
No, Iran, not Iran. Bahrain,
Yes, ma'am.
Oman, and UAE. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And so these are the 6 countries which comprise Kuwait. This comprise the GCC. And do you think this grouping will have any impact on the outcomes of the Middle East, the crisis in the Middle East, West Asia?
Ma'am, as we see it, as they have the major control over the oil prices of the world, they certainly play a role, ma'am. Ma'am, in case of Israel also, Saudi Arabia and these two can become the mediators for reaching the agreement, ma'am, and settling down and peace in the region they can ensure as a grouping.
As a grouping.
Yes.
Have you heard of the IMEC corridor, the India Middle East?
Yes, ma'am, I heard.
And what does this entail, this corridor? From where to where?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this ensures our connectivity from India it is to bypass the Suez Canal, basically an alternative route, ma'am. And it will ensure our connectivity from India, from Middle East, from Saudi, and one Israel port, and then
We already have connectivity with these regions. So which country is it helping the maximum, this corridor?
Ma'am, it is helping the European countries also.
But it's helping
In
Israel
Italy-
also, right?
Israel also.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, let's move ahead a little bit. Do you follow social media? You follow some international leaders on social media?
Ma'am, recently I haven't been following social media on keeping in mind the study part. Yes, ma'am.
So who owns the handle X?
Ma'am, X, it is Mr. Elon Musk.
So okay, so let me leave it at that. But it's important that you see some of the important leaders on social media, how much they are following us vis-a-vis
Yes.
our leaders, etc. So
Yes, Swati, how are you?
Sir, I'm good.
You
Hi.
recall we met earlier once in your
Sir,
mock?
I was thinking that I met you earlier.
Okay, how do you do?
I'm
All
doing
fine?
good.
Which
Yes.
number of mock is this for
Sir,
you?
5th it is.
5th.
Yes.
All right, and when is the interview? 3rd March, so you have
Yes.
got 1
Yes,
month
sir.
to go. Okay, you have heard of Swati Maliwal? She
Yes, sir.
has been in news very
Yes, sir.
recently. Who is she?
So she has been our former Delhi Commissioner of Women Chief.
Okay, so is she in the news for good or bad reason, wrong reason?
Sir, how I see is that she was appointed as Rajya Sabha MP from...
Yeah, she's
party.
Rajya Sabha MP also.
Yes, sir.
But what is her status now? She continues to be Rajya Sabha MP. But what happens to her case? Some
Sir-
investigation is going on?
Yes, sir. There has been some allegations from her side with respect to some sourness of her relations with the party, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, leave it at that point. Now, Delhi election is going to take place soon.
Yes, sir.
And there has been one very, very peculiar statement from one of the contestant party's head
Yes.
that Yamuna has been poisoned in Haryana and with the intention of killing Delhi people. So now, what is the poison and what is your view on this? Because this is something very serious, no?
So the accusations are with respect to the ammonia levels. It is being said that they are high than the usual limit which is there to be permissible for a drinking water for Delhi people.
Yeah.
So how I see it, that the industrial units, as the leader is saying from the Haryana side, so they are contaminating it by releasing without treatment of the plant of the water that has been discharged into Yamuna. So these are the allegations. Sir, how I see is that, sir, and inquiry with respect to the major key points or the sources from where the water is being discharged from Haryana to Yamuna, that can be given a thought and analysis of the water which is being released at the basic points. That can be done.
Yeah, but is this one in a time phenomenon or this is a usual occurrence with regard to Yamuna water?
Sir, since last few years it has been a...
It has been there, no?
Yes, sir.
And why at this point of time? This concerns geography also, because river pollution is a big issue.
Yes,
So,
sir.
and moreover, Yamuna pollution, because this is Delhi, India's capital city, and our water mostly in the NDMC area is received from Wazirabad depot. There is a reservoir from where water comes for posh colonies, including even PM's house, President's house.
Yes, sir.
So why government has, what is the pollution reason? You said that methane, but
ammonia levels. Sir.
ammonia.
Yes, sir.
So why ammonia causes, like what is the reason that it causes?
Yes, sir. Sir, the 2-3 reasons behind this pollution. One is, sir, the untreated sewage waste discharge in the Yamuna, sir. That also
That is
counts,
from
sir.
Delhi.
Sir, that is from Delhi also, and from the other states also. For example, it could
Other
be from...
states.
Yes, sir.
Okay, one is sewage and
Yes,
others.
Sir, the household waste and the household activities, they also...
Okay, but why this is a problem? Because water is cleaned before supply to the metropolitan area. So what is the method of cleaning the water, purifying the water?
Sir, as you also mentioned about the Wazirabad plant, sir, that is a...
No,
treatment.
how is the water treated before sending for consumption?
Sir, what I'm aware of is that there are treatment plants which segregate the different pollutants which have been there and above the permissible limits, and by the segregation of
Yeah,
the
you are
filters-
reaching to the point, but about stopping, no? There is chlorination of water before
Yes,
sending.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
And that chlorination causes creation of metho, like halogen and ammonia, ammonia halogen
Yes,
compounds which are carcinogenic.
Yes, sir.
And there is a permissible limit. If it exceeds, it can't be sent. Okay. So one good effect of this is that there has been deliberations on this issue, and pollution is a routine phenomenon. Like especially during winter season, the flow of Yamuna decreases. So therefore, the concentration of methane increases, methane and ammonia, and that is one reason.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you can tell us about general status of pollution of rivers in the country, taking that forward.
Yes, sir. Sir, the general status of rivers in our country, sir, I can point out the major ones other than Yamuna, sir. Sir, another is this in Bangalore also, sir. The
Bangalore, there was news report of fire in the lakes.
Yes, sir. Sir, earlier in the 1990s, there used to be 120 to 150 lakes in Bangalore, and
Yeah.
and recently, sir, it has come down to 20 to 30 only that are there.
Yes.
And sir, another river example is a Mithi River that's in Maharashtra, sir, in Mumbai. So
Yes.
that has also depleted over time.
So why government is so negligent about having these rivers clean? No, what is the reason? whether it is government or people, or why our rivers are not clean, because they
Sir-
generate problem for the human beings consuming
Yes.
that water, and whether chlorination is the only way to clean the water.
Sir, first and foremost, it is a result of a comprehensive case, especially from people's side also and from government side also. and
Okay, very
policies.
good. So we can stop at this, but then you may like to examine this in more detail.
Yes, sir.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
So Swati, we come to the end of our formal interaction.
Yes, sir.
So we'll go on to the feedback session.
Yes, sir.
But prior to that, a quick word from you about self-assessment. How do you think you have fared? How have you performed today?
Sir, just fine.
Right. So I will talk to you a little bit about specific, items in your performance which could be improved. You're a very good candidate. You have a good personality, you have articulation skills, everything is there.
Yes, sir.
So we would like you to optimize your performance. You've got enough time, right? So first thing is that your voice is pitched at a very low level. So the volume has to increase because you're dealing with old doddering people like us whose hearing powers are very low.
Yes, sir.
Then secondly, you you agree we are old doddering people.
No, sir. It was with respect to my tone, my pitch, sir. I need to up it.
Okay. Now, the second thing is that voice modulation is important. And
Yes,
your voice is a very even tone throughout, so it becomes rather monotonous. Learn that art of, emphasizing something, then your voice goes up. Otherwise, whenever you want to display, say, passion for the public services, it should come across.
Yes, sir.
Hands are like clasped like this and look very tense. Just be your normal self. Let your back touch the back of the chair. Be relaxed.
All
It's
right.
not an interrogation.
Sir,
Right.
that's fine.
It's a cordial interaction with senior members.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all. So you should be relaxed. The more relaxed you are, the more positive vibes are emanated from the candidate, right? Be very, very careful about the question which is asked. Listen to it very carefully and respond to the question in a very targeted, focused fashion. For instance, I asked you about Charkhi Dadri. Why is it important? What world record was created? So the world record was the largest number of casualties in a mid-air collision. So that
Specific.
should have come.
Yes, sir.
You went into all kinds of other elements,
Yes, sir.
like voice was the language was not comprehensible, etc., etc.
Yes, sir.
But this point you did not emphasize. So because DAF questions are the ones which will be coming in a very large number,
Yes, sir.
and when a particular city has got a dubious claim to a world record,
Yes, sir.
then naturally that focus has to be there. Now, you see, very many times the candidates are under the illusion that it's a test of knowledge, and that if they give the answers, say to 8 out of 10 questions, if they give that correct answer, they'll get 80%. Doesn't work like that. Because what we are looking for are officer-like qualities,
Yes, sir.
right? So it's not a test of knowledge as such, but each question is like a key to unlock some facet of your personality. Now, what are those things which the panel is looking for? Typically, these are the traits. The first one is integrity. So, no bluffing, no guessing, no false claims. That's very important. Then comes lucidity, and by that is meant how you present your response, how clearly you articulate it, how structured it is, right?
Yes, sir.
And all that depends on two other factors. One is conceptual clarity. So when your concepts are clear, you are able to put forward your case much more clearly. And then analytical ability. What does that mean? It means the ability to go beyond the surface, superficial knowledge, get to the grips of the issue and get to the nitty gritty and then be able to present it in its entirety. But here you have to walk a tightrope between conciseness and comprehensiveness because the time is limited.
Yes, sir.
You can't go on and on, right? So you have to get, and I'll give you some practical tips on how to do that. Now, balanced opinions are needed, so
Yes.
you cannot have any extreme ones. Self awareness and awareness of the world. So, which newspapers are you reading?
So, Indian Express and Times of India.
I would suggest Indian Express is very good, particularly a section called Text and Context. Sorry, E-Explained.
E-Explained, yes, sir.
E-Explained. Now, instead of Times of India, please substitute it by Hindu, the Hindu. And there also don't read both the newspapers end to end. Hindu, there is another matching one called Text and Context.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So read that because that will give you that conceptual clarity. And add a financial paper to the mix.
Okay.
TV channels, what are you watching?
So, different YouTube channels. I recently began watching Sunset TV also. And so, Vintage, First Post I watch, so. And so, other than that, these Vox, I watch these. So.
Do you watch Vion?
At times, when I'm supposed to, when I go for topic wise, so in that case, I watch 2-3 videos of this also.
No, I'm talking about Vion as a TV channel, not on the YouTube videos. As a TV channel, every 30 minutes or every 1 hour, it gives you an update as to what is happening in the world, and that is very important.
Yes.
That gives you a handle on international relations also, because from time to time they also dissect a problem in detail. So, for instance, they'll talk about Trump
Yes,
and what is going on in USA and how the other countries are responding. All that is very useful. So, add that.
yes, sir.
What else is required? Quick thinking. Sometimes a question is just thrown to see whether you are able to maintain your balance and you are not thrown completely and become flustered.
Yes, sir.
And of course, on that is dependent your poise and self confidence. When you have self confidence and poise, you'll be able to take the rough with the smooth, because no interview is going to be smooth sailing all the time. There will be bumps in the road.
Yes, sir.
But when, suppose a time comes, God forbid, that you are unable to answer 2 or 3 questions in a row, don't allow it to shake your self confidence. Don't allow yourself to get flustered, because as I said right in the beginning, it's not a test of knowledge
Yes, sir.
per se.
Yes, sir.
So, in the time which is left, take about 100 to 120 of these A4 size sheets. Then arrange it in accordance with the 4 areas which constitute the maximum catchment area for questions, and those are your DAF, your optional subject, your work experience if any, and current affairs. Then think of the possible questions which can come your way. Then jot them down, do a complete study of each till you are thoroughly familiar with it, and then note them down in terms of bullet points, 4 or 5 of them in order of priority. And then sit in front of a mirror or in front of a friend, imagine that question is thrown at you, and practice in such a way that you are able to cover it between 60 to 90 seconds, not more than that.
Yes, sir.
Because you see, you are appearing before a panel which is very experienced, which has seen a number of candidates, aspirants. They know at once whether you know the answer or not,
Yes.
right? And they would like to ask supplementary questions sometimes. The time is limited, so you have to give them that liberty. This will also help in giving you that confidence to give concise answers to the point. You should be like Arjun and the eye of the fish. It should pierce, the arrow should pierce the eye of the fish each time.
Yes, sir.
So best of luck, you will do
Thank
very
you so
well.
much. Thank you, sir.
And now you are smiling, but throughout the interview you look rather tense and nervous. No need for that.
Yes, sir.
You are a very good candidate. You should go there, with a very positive mindset, very positive attitude,
Yes.
no cobwebs in the mind. Clear?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
All the
Yeah,
best.
the only thing is
And
I would
sorry
like
for
to tell
the-
you, whatever you mentioned
please
as your
take a seat.
interests, whatever you mentioned as your interest, whatever appears in your DAF,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
need to be a little thorough because any question can crop up on anything. So you've mentioned short films in particular.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to be a little up on that. What you've been watching and which movies which films have been doing well in the international circuit and
Yes.
in the national circuit too.
Yes, ma'am.
So you need to be a little. It's just not for the effect that you say I watch short films. Actually, you should
Yes.
know something about that.
Yes. Thank you.
Swati, you will put on this sari?
Sir, no, sir.
Not this.
So that's some light yellow color.
Okay. You are comfortable with sari?
Yes, sir.
हाँ ठीक है.
So yours is on 3rd March. Tab tak, hopefully it will
By
be
the time
little
it will
warm.
become
Yeah,
Yes,
slightly
that will be
hot.
warm.
That's why, ma'am, I haven't decided.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Carry on.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Best
you.
of luck.